everybody. Todd here, and welcome back to another Monday morning mindfulness. Today we're just going to jump right into a practice. So I'm just going to have you find a place, get yourself comfortable, and just gently close your eyes, bringing your attention to your feet on the floor. And just allow yourself to settle in. Get as comfortable as you can. Hands are on your lap, on the floor, and just breathe. Breathe normally and invite your mind to come and join your body right in this moment. Now I'd like for you to bring your attention to the floor, to your feet in contact with the floor, and just simply notice. Just notice any sensations you might feel on the underside of your feet, the heels of your feet, the balls of your feet. You can even wiggle your toes and just feel any sensations in your feet. Now, your mind may interrupt you, as it's most likely to do. That's okay. Just notice that thought. Bring it into your full awareness, and then just gently let it float away, bringing your attention back to your feet in contact with the floor. Just notice what happens. Notice what happens with your mind. Notice what happens with your breathing as you try to keep your focus, your awareness, with your feet in contact with the floor. Good. Now, if you'd like, you can pause this and move up through the body, through your legs, your knees, your thighs, your hips, your stomach, your back, chest, shoulders, head, hands. And just scan through the whole body. You can even just briefly do it right now. Or you can pause this and allow yourself to move through a body scan more slowly. And now, for this next portion, I am going to have you open your eyes just to see how to do it this first time. And then, of course, once you have it down, you can do this on your own with your eyes closed. And we're just going to use a tool that's connected to you, that you always have available to you, and that would just be your hand. And what I'm going to have you do is just take the thumb to the top of your finger and just be aware of that sensation. Just notice, even if you need to rub the thumb around a little, just notice the texture. Notice the pressure. Notice the temperature. Is it warm or is it cool? Is it smooth or is it rough? And as you hold it there, just keep your awareness there. Now, when you have a thought, which I'm sure you will, what I'd like for you to do then is when you come back, is simply let go of this and move on to the next finger. And do the same thing. Notice the texture, smooth, rough, dry, moist, Just notice the pressure, the heat. See if it's possible to even imagine where the contact ends. If you could trace around, can you find the edges of this little bit of contact in your fingers? And as another thought comes up, which I'm sure that it will, we switch then to the ring finger. And we repeat the process again. And then when we notice that we've fallen into another memory, a thought, an earworm, a song, notice that, let it go, and bring your attention back to your pinky. Now we can continue just doing this, or we can try another option, or we can just simply move from this position, hold it. When you notice that you have a thought and not paying attention to all the sensations here, move to the next finger, and then the next finger, and then the next finger, and then back, and then back, and then back to the index. So that's a second option that we can do. Third would actually just be to keep moving and just keep paying attention to contact, contact, contact aware, contact aware, contact aware, contact aware, and move back and forth to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, and so on, and then back over. Just noticing that gentle thud, that gentle pressure as we move back and forth between the two. Two, da, and again, and again. So 3 different exercises here. Slow and with intent. And when you notice that you've jumped into a totally different thought, switch. Number 2 is just keeping that contact, and as soon as you notice, we immediately switch to the next finger, and we bring our attention back to that point. And then the third, again, is just a rapid moving from one to the next, paying attention to that strike, paying attention to just the tips of our fingers and our thumbs. And you can do this for as long as you'd like. It's just another way of training ourselves to be present and notice what's happening in our body, and more specifically, in our fingers and our hands. Because think about times when you're anxious, times when you're nervous, times when you're depressed. There's a lot that shows up in those hands of yours. It's something I often bring up in session. Do you notice that you keep picking? Do you notice that you're wringing your hands? Do you notice that your hands are clenched? And most of the time, most people would say, no, not till you brought it up. But we want to be present in this moment. We can just pay attention to something that's happening in this moment. So I invite you to take a moment after this is done, without my cue, and give it a go. Ground yourself first, pay attention to your feet in contact with the floor, and then move into one or all 3 of these exercises and give it a go. We're strengthening the skill of being present. We're strengthening the skill of being aware and being in this present moment. And we're strengthening our psychological flexibility and being able to move through life's stressful moments with greater grace. And until the next time, may you be well.